Alright, welcome back to Owen Devs. Now today I'd like to address a fairly common problem that I see among beginner programmers, that is using if with an OR condition. I'll be explaining using Python, but I guess it applies to other programming languages as well. Now, supposing that as part of a bigger program you ask the user if they'd like to continue. So you have response equals input, would you like to continue? So response equals input, would you like to continue, and then use an if condition here. If response equals yes or yes, and let's add here yes, no. If response equals yes, then print, this is just for illustration purposes, good, let's go on. Else print okay, see you next time. Alright, so this is pretty straightforward. If I run that, it asks me down here, would you like to continue? If I type yes, it tells me good, let's go on. That's down here. If I run that again, would you like to continue? No. It tells me okay, see you next time. Now, let's say for example, as a good programmer, you're aware that the user might type with capital letters. So you change this here and say the response is yes with capital letter, with small letter, or yes with capital letter. Now this is where the problem comes in. If you run this, would you like to continue? If I go down here and I type yes with small letter, it says good, let's go on. If I run this again and I say yes with capital letter, it says good, let's go on. If I run it again and I say no with small letter, it still says good, let's go on. If I run this again and I say anything at all, it still says good, let's go on. So as you can see, this else is not getting executed. The program is stuck here, it keeps going here. Why is that? It is simply because of this statement here. This statement, this part, or y, will always evaluate to true. Anything that you put here, anything that you put there, if I run this, I type here in my response anything, it will still say good, let's go on. Because this part here will always evaluate to true, unless this is an empty string. If that's an empty string and I run that, then it says see you next time. So if you have a value here which is not an empty string, or it's not 0 or null, if I say yes, it goes on. If I type B, it says see you next time. So if this is null, then it works. But if you put anything else here that is not null or is not equivalent to nothing, then your program will be stuck going here all the time. What is the solution? You should type this in full. If response equals yes with a capital, oh sorry, this should be a comparison, or y, now it will work. So if I change this to write this in full, if response equals yes with capital Y or response equals yes with small y, well, the other way around, still the same thing. If I run this now, so if I run this, would you like to continue? If I put capital Y, it says good, let's go on. If I run it again and I put anything other than yes, it says see you next time. So the solution is simple. If your if or your else seems not to be working, check if you have written this in full when you have an or. If response equals yes or response equals y. You are writing in Python, not in English. In English you can say if the answer is yes with the capital yes or yes. English allows you to do that because a human being who is listening to you can understand it. But in Python, this means something else. Of course, you could simply write this as if response dot lower equals y, then you would not need this part. If response dot lower equals y, then you would not need this latter condition. But of course, I'm just saying this, I put it like this to illustrate a point. So if response equals y, small letter y, lowercase y, or response equals uppercase y, write your conditions in full. Thank you for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe. If you'd like individual lessons, please visit owendevs.com. Have a good day.